You know, I was at a Star Trek convention in Burbank about 2 weeks ago, and I was amazed at what a big business Star Trek memorabilia has become. When you know all this stuff is worth all this money, what kind of special precautions do you take on the set to make sure things don't suddenly walk off?
We had, during the course of the movie, we discovered that Captain Picard's chair had been stolen. And this is a big chair. I mean, a big chair with a steel bolt that goes down, and it was in a locked closet, and it had been stolen. And we've had costumes. We have a lot of security breaches on this stuff. The scripts get stolen and get put on computer networks and get sold, and it's a constant aggravation to try to keep everything in line. On the other hand, it's probably better to have a franchise where people are dying to get the stuff than where people don't give a damn.
Well, you're in a unique position to get your own memorabilia. And what kind of things have you personally kept from the...
You know, I've thought about that a lot. I don't keep much. I keep little things. I got some stuff that, but I mean, it's not the kind of things I would ever sell, so it's not like I don't know, maybe when I'm old and in the poorhouse, I'll go through my Star Trek memorabilia and auction it all off.
Well, what kind of specific items have you kept?
Oh, little things from here and there, little plaques, little paintings, little models, a lot of toys and things that we get like first editions of that they send us that if my kids don't steal it, I end up just throwing it in a box somewhere, and someday I'll find those boxes.
You know, I know a lot of people are trying to break in as screenwriters, and it's really hard for people to do that. Star Trek is one of the few shows that will look at unsolicited scripts. Now, how did that evolve?
It's such a difficult show to write for, and it takes more than just a talent for writing. It takes a talent for writing, and it takes a familiarity with the material and a tremendous imagination for stories. And we have found that if we open up to outside writers to come in and pitch stories to us or to send us scripts, it's very time consuming. It's very, very difficult for us because 99% of the stuff that we get is no good. But we have found that it's worth it for the 1% that we get that is. And we have writers on our staff who started that way, who were introduced to us through unsolicited scripts.
About 3 weeks ago, I was in Lake Tahoe on the set of a new Bonanza movie, and Leonard Nimoy is one of the guest stars in that. And it was funny because people were walking by saying, "Oh, are you going to be in Generations?" And he goes, "No, I'm not." I know it's a question he's asked a lot. It's a question I'm sure you've been asked a lot. But the fact that like certain cast members are on the show and others are not, how did that evolve? I mean, how difficult?
It's very simple. We had a story where James Kirk had an arc that started in the beginning and went all the way to the end. And it was a wonderful role for Bill Shatner, who immediately wanted to do it. But because of the nature of the story, the other characters from the original series were basically just in a 15-minute prologue at the head of the movie. And Leonard Nimoy and DeForest Kelley both felt that they had given their proper goodbyes in the first Star Trek, in the sixth Star Trek movie, the last one, and that they thought it would be wrong to come back for basically an elongated cameo. So once we realized that they weren't interested in doing it, we decided we didn't want to show their conspicuous absence, so we just picked two people to join Shatner in the beginning of the movie, and that was Jimmy Doohan and Walter Koenig.
And was there ever any worry on your part that the two captains, would they get along on the set? I mean, when the three of you first met all together the first time, were you wondering, well, will they meld?
No, Bill and Patrick are friends, and they get along great, and they're both professionals, and we all knew exactly what happened, which was that they got along handsomely.
Okay. And one quick final question. There's all kinds of rumors about this movie, about reshoots, which is a normal thing in the movie business. But what kind of things do they do in the reshoots? What exactly happened?
Well, the reshoots are highly blown out of proportion. We had a test screening that screened very, very well, contrary to some rumors that went around. It got an extremely high score. There was a 6.5-minute section near the end of the film that people thought wasn't quite as exciting as it could be. And Paramount said to us, if you want to, we'll give you the money to go redo it. So we went and redid it, and it was 6.5 minutes. And it happens all the time. On a recent Paramount film, Clear and Present Danger, Harrison Ford and the rest of the company went to Mexico and they reshot a section of the movie, and nobody heard about it. But on a Star Trek movie, all of a sudden it's in all the papers. But we went back and we fixed something, and it was great that we could do it.